you know, our happiness is her happiness. So as long as she's happy, we're like a one family unit, because it's always all three of us. But now we have a nice Will Bradley here that will be joining us.
We're so happy to have
Yes. And so yeah, so we hope that you will both live a long, happy life.
We love you forever.
Yes.
Everybody here loves Lidiya. Let's hear it in the room for her. Lidiya. With everybody, all the friends together, family together, generous, kind, loving, forgiving, and always happy, always smile ear to ear. I've never seen her unhappy, never seen her in a bad mood. Even if she's in a bad mood, she never shows it anyhow, right? Everybody, right? She's always loved unconditionally, and we are very proud here in our life. Will, one lucky guy. Yeah. I love you, baby. So, Mattia, your turn.
I'm not yelling at you guys.
Cousin.
Hi guys.
Hello.
I'm Dada's cousin Anna, and I'm so happy to meet Will. I knew about you before you knew about me, and honestly, this wedding is a gift to all of us. Your wedding brought our whole family together, and we're all so happy for you. You look absolutely stunning, and I've never seen you wear a bigger smile in your whole life, and I've known you your whole life. I wish you forever and beyond. That's it.
Greetings. I'm Suva. I'm Dada's cousin also. We came here from Seattle, and we're also very, very happy that she's marrying a Christian man, and that they're both, you know, they both love God, and I feel that's so important, because a godly marriage will bring you so much joy in life. Like literally, a life without God, it's not the same. It's depressing. It's horrible. And I'm just so happy for both of you, because I know that God is going to bless you abundantly, and that He loves you, and that you're so happy and beautiful. And I've never seen you, like my sister said, wear a bigger smile. Like, I'm just so, so happy for you guys, and my heart is just overwhelmed with joy. And I just wish you all the blessings, all of God's blessings. And I know that He's going to be faithful, and He's going to bless you, and He's going to give you a happy... This is my father, not just some creep. Anyways, I love you guys. God bless you, and God bless everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Buck, and I met Will at the Clark County Republican Club a long time ago. Will is such a good man, and I mean, this guy, he's like a Southwest Airlines pilot, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
But on the side, he's also an umpire for kids' baseball league. And so he's such a good man. And so he's like, Carrie Buck, you got because I'm a matchmaker, he's like, you gotta find me somebody. And I always think that we need to make sure that we go through life with someone, a partner. It doesn't matter. You don't want to go through life alone. And there is some magical match that's out there. And so when I think of Will, and Lidiya is like just this angel that dropped into his life at some Hampton Inn. I'm just so happy for you both. I mean, Will made me cry when he was up there standing next to the pastor, and then Lidiya, the most beautiful angel, just walked into his life. And so, to you, I cheers you all. Everybody put up your cheers. Your drinks, anyway, I'm just so grateful for you. I had them over to dinner with Mom, wherever Mom went. Oh, there's Mom. Anyway, I love you, and I love being friends with you. You're my family, and Lidiya, you're an angel, and thank you for you.
Pastor, give a report of our premarital counseling.
How much time do you have?
Oh, tell the room what you put us through, the book, everything. There's a night night.
We've been blessed to know Lidiya probably for about 6 months, I would say. 4? Okay, see, I want to expand it because it's been such a pleasure. And then Will's been with us for a few years, and we've been praying for him. And the prayer was answered right there. So we always say you do not have because you do not ask. And he definitely has a great deal to offer, very passionate for the Lord, served it through Samaritan's Purse, many Christian ministries, and you've got a wild honeymoon trip planned, right? So what do? You take your bride and you go build houses, right? And that's what they're going to do in Kentucky, okay.
December.
In December, yes. And yes, we spent some time, Lisa and I, we always do the premarital counseling together because you get the guy's side and you get the female side. And if you haven't checked, there's a difference. The way we experience things and the way we anticipate it. And the premarital counseling that we do with folks, it's about expectations. What do you expect out of your marriage? And I would commend Will and Lidiya because it wasn't all, we didn't spend all our time planning the wedding. The wedding is a fast event and it's over. You need to plan your marriage. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? Yes. And we talk about things about our upbringing. What was your dad like? What was your mom like? Have you been married before? If you've been divorced, what did you learn from that? And we really try to get down into the weeds because we want people to be successful. And you go through a honeymoon phase, right, where you love everything the other person is saying, and you laugh, and we have some people here still dating us, and good. But then we talk about what's expected, and it's very simple roles, whether it's who does the laundry, who mows the lawn, is a male-dominated household, female-dominated, and those things don't sound like much until you put two people together that have grown up in very different households, and they have very different expectations as to what will happen. We also talk about things like finances, and many of the young people that we talk to, the wife has her account and the husband has his account, and they split their bills and figure out how to do things. And we certainly yield to what I would say more so the younger generation chooses to do. But in our counseling, we say it's the whole enchilada, right? And when you come together, the decisions you make again, in keeping with God's will, is for both of you. You're in it for the duration, and the duration as Christians is until the Lord calls us home or until He comes back. But we're in it, and it's been a pleasure for us to counsel with them, and we didn't get very far through the book, so I expect we'll continue after you're married. We do that frequently. The counseling goes so well that if we don't run the people off, they do come back. And, so we wish you only the best, and we have high expectations, and really premarital. I feel like I'm doing a commercial. Lisa, should I stop? If you know anybody who hasn't gotten married yet and they're thinking about getting married, premarital counseling is important. It's good. It is. And on occasion we meet with people. And we have met with people that at the end they decided not to get married, and it was the right decision. Okay? So in our hearts and our prayers, this is the right decision. May God bless you immensely. Amen. Amen.
Okay, how all this happened. An administrative announcement. All this patio is for us. So after this, we're going to cut the cake. You'll be served cake from this. This cake must be made out of gold. How much it costs? Some of you poker players can play poker over the leftovers, whatever you do. But after, when we start dancing, and this talented DJ starts playing Russian discotheque, and this is the dance floor, you're welcome to go outside and experience the great Las Vegas Strip on this great patio here. Raise your hand if you live in this building. Live in the building. Okay, so I'm glad we have a few of our neighbors here. It was important to Lydia and I to invite our neighbors here, because Lydia, in her background of Armenian, Israel, Russian, what else am I missing? Family and community is important to her. So it's important to us to blend into this building and become friends with as many people as possible in this building. Now you're looking at the enemy, because I'm one of the 5 HOA board members in this building, and the other 4 board members constantly sue me. So, in fact, I get more knocks on my door from people serving me lawsuits than I do visitors. But it's okay, I win every time. So, and Carrie Buck was humble, but how many state senators in Nevada? 21? She is one of 21 state senators in this state. So, if you live in an HOA, raise your hand. If you hate them, keep your hand raised. All right, mine's still raised. All right, so Carrie Buck and I she's helping us at the state level to straighten out all this crazy HOA stuff, so I don't get sued every day. So, and Lydia still married me knowing they sue me a lot, so that's all I heard. So welcome to Sky Condos. Raise your hand if you're from Washington State. All right, great. Thanks for coming in. Raise your hand if you're from Missouri. All right. Come on, Missouri. Are you Kansas?
I live on the Kansas side.
All right, Kansas people.
Where real people live.
You step over the river in Missouri, we're all.
Raise your hand if you're from Utah.
Oh, they just left.
Oh, what? All right, they left.
San Diego.
All right, California. All right, lots of California people.
San Diego.
All right, what am I missing? What state?
I think we're good. No,
Any Maine people here?
Oh my God, the main one. Washington. Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey people. Okay, all right.
DC
Hold
or
on.
I
have to pay up with that.
Now what?
Are you mad?
I owe you money. Misha, please stand up. Misha was our axe throwing winner last night from the bachelor party. This man is tough and ready to go to war with anybody with that. He won $50 for his efforts. And Felix, I just paid him my debt. He won the, what do you call it, the spear throwing contest. This guy's a doctorate of a bunch of subjects. He can throw a spear like there's no tomorrow. So Pharmacology. So if you're on drugs, he's a man. So give a hand to Felix for winning this. So how did all this happen? My mom and I were on vacation over the summer, and we were visiting family. And there's a special place in South Carolina called Healing Springs. If you don't know about it, Google it. It's an acre legally deeded to God in South Carolina. And her parents, my grandparents, would get my brother and I in the car and we'd fill it up with Healing Springs water. It goes back to the Revolutionary War where the British, when my South Carolina people wounded them through guerrilla tactics, they would take their wounded to this special spring. So I was staying in the same hotel Lidiya was staying in because I had a big business meeting the next day with the county and economic development government where I'm trying to set up a business to harvest this water of this special spring for sale. And that's still going on. And as we know, if you're a Vegas person, recently we had the scandal with real water, right? It was making people's livers fail, really. So water is more important than ever, especially if you live in this city. It's everything. So I had a big business deal. I saw her sitting in the lobby, and all pilots are bred to flirt constantly, right? So she was sitting in the lobby.
Until they get married.
That's it. The shepherd is still watching the flock. So I saw her sitting in the lobby, and she was working on her laptop, and she's a software architect for a major healthcare company. Cerner, you want the advertisement? All right. Their stock's up, right? And she was sitting there, and when I was a soldier in Iraq, I went to go to Russia. Soldiers have been bred from the time I was in college in 1986 to hate Russia. They are our enemy. We will go to war with them. It will happen, right? So we were training to kill Russians, capture them, torture them, whatever we have to do. So when the Cold War, when the wall fell in Berlin, and we became more friendly with Russia, I wanted to go to Moscow. I was on deployment to Iraq in 2007 for a year, living with and training the Iraqi army. And that helped me get along with other cultures. Because Americans can be arrogant sometimes. And we need to see people where they are, not where we want them to be.
A lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times. So I wanted to go to Russia. And so I'm also a cheap pilot. So when Moscow wanted $250 for visa, I went, Russia's out. I'm not going. So I went to Ukraine instead, to Kharkov, Sumy, and Kiev on my month-long vacation I get on deployment in Iraq. And so I had to learn some Russian. I wanted to learn some Russian because I know the best way to meet another culture where they're at is to speak their language. And so when I saw her sitting there, I heard her accent when I said, hello, how are you? and she goes, with her accent, I went, как дела, меня зовут Lidiya. Как вас зовут? And that means, hello, my name is Will, what's your name? And And then we started talking. I said I had a big business meeting the next day. She said, oh, I'll pray for you. So I knew we were of the same religious beliefs when she would say that to a stranger. And so we started talking, and I said, there's no way you're single, but if you are, let's talk. She said, yeah, I'm single. And I said, do you like a strong guy in your life? She said, yeah, it's good, it helps. And I was wearing shorts, and you can't see it, but my calves were chiseled. So I can tell she's a woman that's used to being flirted with 10 times per day. So I had to shock her, okay? So I went, don't you want a calf like this in your life? And I went, ah! And I don't know how it worked, but it worked. And Google this if you want to, but it's Edisto Gardens in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Is where we were. She's literally saving a hospital that my mom was born in from financial ruin. And so we were there seeing some of my relatives' graves and other relatives. And I went, my mom was born in the hospital that you're saving from financial ruin right now. And so we bonded because of that. And then since I know her background, her ethnic background, I know anybody that speaks any other language but English loves flowers. So, Edisto Gardens in Orangeburg, South Carolina. It's a small, dippy town in South Carolina with about 10,000 people, but they have the most beautiful rose gardens you've ever seen. They encompass about 8 acres. And so I said, I want to take you for a little walk. And she was too scared to go with a stranger for a first date, but I said, my mom will chaperone us. So my mom was there, and it made her lower her guard enough to go with some stranger. All right? So we went to lunch. It's good Southern barbecue. That's why we only lived to like 64. But I have to eat more vegetables. She's helping me with that. And so I take her, I say, I have special roses to show you, and they're Marilyn Monroe roses. And they're white colored, they're special roses. I took her there, then we went on the boardwalk. Then I had a birthday party with my family next day on a boat. She came today on the boat, and it's been, here's the deal. If you meet somebody that's right for you, just go. So, before all you people judge and stuff, we've known each other 5 months. And if you know it, you know it. So, y'all are all special to me. All of a sudden, as soon as he pronounced us man and wife today, my family doubled. Triple. Yes, quadruple. So it's great that all of you here